If you're asked why are you a Christian, you might consider giving this answer. I have good reasons to believe that Christianity and its claims are true. And what that does is it establishes that faith is not just wishful thinking. It's not, I hope it's true and maybe one day I'll find out that I'm either right or wrong. That's wishful thinking. That's not faith. Faith is trust. And it's having good reasons for believing what you believe. When Kim and Amanda went parachuting, Kim went over and over and over with the parachute instructor. Now tell me about these ropes again. Tell me about these straps. Have you checked this parachute lately? Are there any holes? And she went through. And at the end, when she was convinced, yes, I now have good reason to believe that when I jump out of this plane, which why would you ever jump out of a perfectly good plane, that this parachute will do what it's designed to do. She had good reason to believe that. And I think Christianity is the same. If Christianity is not true, if it can be shown to be false, either because the Bible is shown to be false, or the claims that we make from the Bible are shown to be false, then you should not become a Christian. You should utterly reject it and look for something else. Don't settle for just anything. You've got to hold on to what is true. So on that basis, I want you to know that most people who claim to have intellectual objections to Christianity, in other words, they can't believe Christianity is true, ultimately their objections are not because there aren't good answers. In fact, for most of the objections, there are really good answers. As I heard Abdu Murray say, who was a Muslim, he used to love to share with Christians why their Bible was not true and why it was unreliable and why Jesus was not how the Bible described and Christianity was just made up. And Abdu Murray did this all the way through high school, all the way through college and then law school at Michigan State University. And then one day he met two Christians who countered his claim. They actually came up with something that showed Abdu Murray that claim was false. The Bible is reliable and they gave good reasons why. These guys weren't theologians, they weren't pastors, they were just two guys going to university struggling through. And that began a quest for Abdu Murray, who went on to be voted America's #1 lawyer twice. And Abdu Murray went on a 9-year journey to investigate the claims of Christianity. And at the end of that 9-year journey, he concluded Christianity was true. In fact, he says he concluded that about 7 years into his journey. Christianity was true and Islam was false. And you might think, but it took 9 years for him to convert to Christianity. Yes, because for 2 years he said his issue was now no longer the truth. His issue was facing his family. His issue was facing his friends. His issue was coming to terms with the fact that all his life he had identified himself as a Muslim. And now he was being challenged to identify himself as a believer in the God of the Bible and Jesus Christ. And he says that was his biggest battle. Accepting that it was true was not a big battle. Living out that it was true was his biggest battle. And now Abdu Murray travels the world sharing his story, and particularly to Muslims, showing them that the God of the Bible is the God they're looking for.